Welcome to all this session on Ansible. So here let me show you that I had already installed Ansible on this machine, Ansible version. That shows you that Ansible 2.14.9 is already installed here on this machine. So let me now show you how exactly we use Ansible to begin with. Ansible all, each of these points I will let you know was as we move on. Hyphen I is to mention about the inventory. Here I means inventory, and here I'm specifying the local machine as local host, and this is part of the syntax. And I'm going to push a module, a Python module here. We need not have to know Python for that. This module is implemented in Python. So I'm putting a ping module to this local machine itself. I'm specifying here the connection type as local. As I mentioned about all these things, Ansible to the local host in the ping module with the connection type, the hyphen C, connection type as local, hyphen M module name is ping. And you can see here that it could able to push the ping module, and from there it had got a response as pong. So that indicates that this module is successful in pinging. It's as good as saying if I simply do the command ping localhost, it's doing the same job. The module ping and the command ping are doing more or less the same job. And this name localhost, it actually came from here under etc hosts, where the list hosts are listed. When you just implement, install, or create any machine, 127.0.0.1 refers to the local machine. So in this place, I can even specify here instead of local host, I can also specify that IP address 127.0.0.1. I can mention even this IP address, and that also will fetch me the same result. Now, keeping the command as it is, I have here few other missions, remote missions. Let me show you those missions. So here are those missions which you can see. This is my main controller mission which I'm using, DevOps CentOS 9 mission. And here I have my client missions, client 1 and client 2. Both of them are CentOS clients. And I have here client 3 and 4. Both of them are Ubuntu machines. I do have their IP addresses with me. And with those IP addresses, let me just try to show you whether I can do the extend this adventure. Uh, Let me just show you. First, pinging those machines 192, 168. 56. IP address of the first machine is 111, and you can see that I could able to ping it. That means it is connected on the same network. And the IP address of the second machine is 112, and also I could able to ping it. Means it should be on the network, it is accessible. If it is not accessible, then I simply cannot do anything with that. And here you have all the four missions which are available. I just showed you about the pinging. And let me now go back to my original command, which I just tried with only the local host with only specifying the IP address. So let me just add these IP addresses here. So let me just type out those IP addresses 192.168.56.111, comma. This comma is a necessary. So let me just show you about this. You can see here, it's not only pushing that ping module to this local machine, it is also good able to push it to here. But this is not exactly the way. I'm just doing the ad hoc and somehow it is still working. So let me just try out with other machines also, just to show you doing the adventure. Observe the syntax 192.168.56.112 without forgetting comma at the end within that single quotes, and I can go on adding any of those machines, and you can see here it could able to push the ping module to all of them. I can specify all the four clients here. Only thing is it will just move out of the screen, but it will be able to put the ping module exactly in the same fashion. So it's, for example, in the same way, instead of showing it with 111, 112, if I do it with Ubuntu clients here, 113 and 114, let me just show you, it could able to push the ping module to them, showing that the ping module is working. However, one cannot remember all these IP addresses. So the best way that we go ahead here is just we will go ahead here into this etc host and we will edit this. We will call it with certain names. You can't edit a file which is in the systems area like slash etc host without the sudo privilege of the admin user. So let me use sudo vi slash etc host. It will ask for the sudo password, and with this when I enter in, now I could able to edit it. So for your to save the time, I'm already having that in my clipboard. So client one is having the IP address 111.112.3.4. So once I specified this way, and then I can use them here instead of specifying IP addresses here. As you have seen there, I can replace this with localhost, and I can replace this IP address with client. Be careful about the cases or title case, anything that you have specified there. So let me call this as client 2, and then I'll continue client 3, comma, client 4, sorry, comma, okay. So I'm using all the 4 clients, and you can see the result here. So it could able to push it client 3, client 1, client 2, and client 4. In between that, it is for the local host too. So let me also show you what is that I have edited here. etc host. So here are the clients mentioned. This is like a local DNS. Like in fact, if you type google.co.in or google.com or any website address, so it transforms to its IP address. It is through the same DNS server. So this is like a local DNS server for me. Here, every IP address is associated with a particular name. Either I can use the IP address like I did before, or I can use their names, and with the help of their names I can push the ping module even to the remote machine. Of course, pushing the ping module is just a first step with the intention in order to check whether connectivity exists with those remote machines or not. It doesn't serve any more other purposes. What we are interested is to basically install few packages, start few services, and with that go ahead doing the configuration of our server. Let's try to do that. Come on, come up with me. We'll go ahead doing those things. Bye.